Hi Capricorns, Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have I love reading Capricorn, we do, and Chiron is showing up here, yeah, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But this looks like a great reading. We have discovery, isn't it? Things are really great when people discover things, isn't it? They wake up, they go, wow, I didn't know I was powerful, or I didn't know that Capricorn was the best one for me, or just something like that, right? And I hope you guys are well, Capricorn. There's an awakening that's happened here, right? But before we begin, if you would like a free 5-minute psychic reading with Mystic Sense, the link is below. And with me, you can get click on the calendar. You can sign up for a reading. I have psychic readings. I have tarot readings, and they're really a lot of fun, you guys. They are, and we do them on the phone together. And yeah, and you get different insight from each one. This is why I recommend getting both, right? Or the combo. So let's get into this, Capricorn. And we start with the Seven of Wands, but he's not fighting these other people kind of at the edge of the bank sometimes, awake, right? He's standing here in front of the universe, or this planet here basically, and he's got his wand and he's standing like a warrior. Stand your ground. Somebody's doing that. Yeah, they are. And they're like, don't mess with me, don't come mess with me, anybody here. Chiron is the wounded healer, right? Chiron's really interesting too because it's also about reflection, right? Wherever Chiron sits in your natal chart, uh, you know, is is what you're kind of good at, right? Whatever you are kind of able to understand. It could be Chiron can be seen as the natural doctor. So wherever that is in your chart, right? Will explain to you basically kind of like talents. It could definitely. It can also talk about things that have happened in your life, that have hurt you, and it just helps you with the self-awareness, and you go, oh yeah, okay, and then you step out of the wounding of it, right? You step out of the pain about it, and you just become stronger because you are more aware, right? That's what I was saying about this discovery card. And I'm gonna have a website, you guys, and I'll be analyzing charts. Definitely, I'll be able, to draw a chart by hand if I need. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I'll be teaching tarot. Yeah, I will. But it's a little bit in the near future, not far away. So let's get back to this Chiron. I mean Capricorn, right? It's similar, right? And somebody might have hurt and they are healing. This is the wounded healer. It's interesting how Chiron, though, with any healing, though, we learn, right? We do. And we have vanity, Capricorn, right? And, but vanity, Capricorn, is about somebody who could be surrounded by people where there are empty conversations, or lesser companions, people who don't uplift them, or maybe that's just boring. I mean, just to get, just straight to the boring, or they're not getting anything there by being there, right? Maybe there's no talk at all. Lesser companions, empty conversations. Sagittarius just got this card, and it could be this kind of a relationship where, hey, I don't know, did you pay the electric bill? And did you pick up Jimmy? Did Jimmy go to art class? Or just, like, there's nothing rich about it. It's just kind of, mechanical. That could be going on here. And the discovery card, I feel like somebody's realized here that whatever relationship was here, or partnership or something like that, is maybe built on money. Sometimes this can be about money. It can also talk about kind of like it may be time to walk away from a situation. Let's have a brief look at that card, the vanity card. Yeah, and this could be about somebody who was in a relationship where there was like financial convenience because I need more, better, bigger. Yes, that will make me okay. And this is about environmental tension, right? And like whoever you are around, there's tension, right? Could be, environment, could be your home, your own environment, self-doubt, and the power to change. Empty conversations, faith and transformation. Yeah. And yeah, and so this talks about, and we have discovery. So somebody here realized here that they were kind of looking outside of themselves for happiness, right? And a lot of us know that that's not good, right? You have to this is why meditation is so important. Yeah, it's just like you get in this attitude where like everything will be okay, right? You don't have to like kind of look for validation, right? Yeah, we'll validate you, Capricorn. We'll vouch for you. We definitely will. And for whoever will take it, right? And here's the discovery card, and the angel is in front of the man. And the angel has like awakened him, and his heart, you can see his behind here, so I've covered it because he's not even kind of a real person, but this had the image of the human, and the heart is gleaming all the way through the chest in the back because he's facing the angel. The moon is here, so somebody realizes that their heart chakra beats for you, Capricorn. It does. Can your chakra beat? I feel like it can. And the sudden wealth card is here, and maybe you're going to have sudden wealth, but I don't feel like this is about sudden wealth so much. I feel like it's that this is going to suddenly happen. Now, maybe you're going to get money. You can always share, Capricorn, right? Yeah, we're into that type of stuff, right? We'll share if you share. Let's see what we got, Capricorn. And today we're going to use the Everyday Witch deck, because every day we become more of a witch with these psychic readings we do, right? And we're okay with that, right? Because luckily in today's we're not going to end up like the Crucible, right? Remember the Crucible? They didn't even do anything, and they said they were witches, and they like, I don't know if they stoned them or burned them at the stake, and that was a true story about Salem, Massachusetts, here in the United States. That's a good movie. I think Winona Ryder's in it. It's very old, and The Crucible, it's very good. Yeah, let's get into it here, Capricorn, and let's see about these little witches here. Yeah, and let's see. And the bottom of the deck is the Two of Wands. We see the young man holding the globe, and the gecko's climbing up the wall. And he's standing at the top of kind of like he's at the castle, right? And he's looking out here, and he's holding the globe, and this, it's a starry night, and so he's looking at like, I'm moving. This is movement, the Two of Wands. I'm going somewhere. I've made a choice to have movement in my life, right? And movement for passion, because we know the wands are always about, they're about passion and inspiration, yeah, and change. They definitely can be. Let's see what else we have. And we start with the Devil, Capricorn. And he looks like a pirate here, right? I love pirates because as long as they took a shower, but on this, they never used to take showers, right? Because they didn't care about that stuff. No, they didn't. But I'm sure there were some good ones, because they're very gallant, right? And like they could be, right? Love like romantic strong men. The good pirates. And here he is, though. And he's, hugging these two kids. This is the overall energy. They're a couple, or maybe I think they're a couple. And they're sitting on the bench, and they're looking really worried here. The volcano's kind of burning in the back here, or overflowing, or, and he has a money bag in one hand and an ice cream cone. So these kids, he's hoping he can entice them. And when we see the vanity card, this can talk about, I need more, bigger, and better, and that will make me better. Somebody looks like they were in a relationship of convenience. Yeah, they do, right? And they were being held by their own will to stay there. Yeah, right? Instead of against their will. And now they're realizing that they've been holding themselves. I feel like that's it here. That has, a lot to do with the story here, because this is the overall energy, right? And she's wearing a kind of a cool dress here, and she's scared, right? She goes, I don't want your ice cream cone. And she's looking at her boyfriend, who looks like, if you step on his toe, he'll go, that's not nice, right? So, these people here are nice people, basically, and here's the money. He doesn't want the money. And the cat's jumping up on his leg like, run away, right? Yeah, get the hell out of here. Let's see what else we have. The Hanged Man showing up, Capricorn. Four of Pentacles. A lot of beautiful cards here. The Fool, the Hierophant, the Ace of Pentacles, the Magician, the Two of Cups. Whoa, Capricorn. And yeah, great reading here for you guys, Capricorn, and whatever is coming for whoever I'm channeling here, right, is maybe this is you kind of going to this person, but I feel like it's the other way around, but it could be either, especially in a general reading, right? So the devil, Capricorn, somebody says, I don't want your ice cream cone, I don't want your money bag, and here, take it probably, and let me run away. I might take my cat with me, maybe. But both of these cats are here, and the black cat scratching at her, and the tabby cat scratches is kind of a tabby, calico or whatever, scratches at him, and they're gonna leave. Yeah, you don't know the volcano's in the back and he's the devil? You don't know. And they may not know because he's behind them. And here's the devil's tail, right? It's the pointed tail, right? Yeah, you can't see people's tails, right? You can't, no. And so, here's the hanged man crossing you. This is somebody who took the time, Capricorn, to understand that they were being in some type of a relationship of convenience, or they were looking for some other type of something to build them or lift them. And they're going, no, it's me. It comes from me. That's the discovery card here, where the heart gleam is radiating inside this man. And here's the angel saying, you've awakened. You discovered that, your self-love basically is the most important. Don't look outside. Unless it's, a Capricorn possibly, right? Yeah, because, here's the hanged man. And so this is a sacrifice, but an enlightenment. And that's exactly what happens when we become enlightened. There's always a sacrifice made. I don't like the same things anymore. I don't see things the same. I don't need that particular relationship anymore because I'm on a whole different spiritual level now, right? And that's what the hangman, but the hangman had to put, hang upside down. It's not a comfortable feeling, Capricorn, right? Yeah, because, the head, the blood rushes to the head and you can pass out. You could. Yeah. I would know. I had a plumbing problem here and I was washing my hair in the sink and started to feel dizzy, right? Yeah. And yeah, don't do that, right? But this is a sacrifice and an enlightenment. And here's the Four of Pentacles. And why it's all happening here is he's trying to hold on to this chest. But what I see here is that this person wants to hold on to you. And in the past, there was a fake holding on of something else, probably money, right? And, the Ace of Pentacles is showing up in the past, but this is a discovery for that. This is like an awakening. I want a new beginning. I want something solid that I can touch, right? I want a love I can call my own. Who sings that? It's an oldie, right? Mm-hmm. And here we have the Magician. He's here, very happy. He's meditating here. And with the meditation comes his divine source energy is radiating here, or, kind of beaming, or, in his heart. Right? So the heart chakra is activated here. You can tell he's meditating. You can see the magic here that he is bringing, or the energy that he is, what's that word? Calling in. There's a better word, right? This is what happens with meditation. If you do it often enough, you bring the psychic realm to you. Yeah, you do. And you can use it. Then you start having dreams. You start to realize things. You start to realize that you're super intuitive yourself. Yeah. So here's the Magician, and that's what your person has done here, Capricorn. I don't know if they are, super psychic here, but there's definitely an awakening. There is, and there's been one, and now there is a need to move on. I need to move away from whatever this was or is. This vanity. This hurt. But there's healing, hurt and heal with the wounded healer, Chiron. The Fool showing up here, and, here's the witch. They're all witches, most of them. And she's jumping off the cliff, Capricorn, right? She's on her, this is her broomstick, of course, so she can fly. And, the birds are with her. They're telling, just jump, right? Go fly, basically, or get on your broomstick and fly. And here she is, like, she's announcing it, basically, or maybe celebrating it. But her arms are up in the air like, this is a victory. I'm going for this. This is the Fool. And this sits in the near future. So we know that this is like a prediction here. It is, right? For somebody that I am channeling here. The Hierophant. The Hierophant. However you guys want to talk. The Hierophant, the Hierophant. Okay. But it talks about a hierarchy, right? Anything with this high on it, basically, because he was supposed to be at the top. Like the mentor, the most wise, right? With organized religion, right? And we're not here to talk about that. That's a very interesting subject. It sure is, but we're not going to discuss it here. And the Hierophant, though, is your concern. Now, the Hierophant can talk about, has somebody learned? It can talk about, does this person believe in me? Right? Or what about their belief systems? This is your concern. And we know with the discovery that belief systems have changed. Right? And let me see what's on her neck. I don't know. She looks like she has like an Adam's apple here. This is a trip here. Or maybe that's her throat chakra. Like, I'm not sure. This is really interesting here. I've never noticed that here. But it is a woman here sitting here meditating, and she doesn't usually have that Adam's apple, but I'm not sure what that is. It's small. It could be the throat chakra, right? Kind of. But regardless, she's meditating, and she's grounding herself. She's feeling at peace. Let's get a card on that. Let's see why that's sitting there for Capricorn. And we have the Two of Swords. And this is a dart game here because there's some type of there's trouble here, kind of, or a dilemma. What do I pick, kind of, or just the Two of Swords energy where you kind of feel stuck and, or blocked, right? It's a simple energy in a way, but a very complex energy in another way. So here we have, you might think that this person was at a stalemate about whether or not they believed in this enough. And this could have been your concern. You're in your environment, Capricorn. The three witches are here and they're painting. For some reason, the yellow one is great and the red one is, the blue one's dripping. I'm not really sure what that's about here, right? But nevertheless, they are painting. This is a collaboration, the Three of Pentacles. The black cat sits here. I feel like what's in your environment is somebody who believes in this very intuitively, that you guys can work together. Yeah, because here's a little kitty, right? Yeah. And your hopes, Capricorn, is the Two of Cups, and they're at the beach. They're having a drink. They have a table out. There's another cat here. But there's two cats, and they're kind of, one cat has a fish, and he's offering it to the other cat. It's funny, right? He goes, here, you can eat it if you want. And, and you guys are, making a toast here. You're hoping this is going to come into play this way. And, by the looks of this reading, it really does look like that is kind of your fate here for somebody here, right? Nine of Wands. And, this energy here, Capricorn, maybe you're hoping, because it's kind of an extension of this. You could be doing this. You could be doing this all by yourself, right? You could be the one who has learned all this, and now you're going and, you want to go sit down and celebrate with this person, really, and celebrate like the future, basically. But this Nine of Wands here, she's, Sagittarius got this in the same spot. And she's, she has her wand lifted. Here are the wands here on the ground. And, maybe they have already burned because they look like they're sizzling out, or there's some type of energy coming from the tips of them. And, it's a hot wand, right, basically. But here's the cat above her and in the tree. And, she's backed up against the tree with two wands like, what do you want? Don't come at me. Like, I'll fight. I'll defend myself. I'll fight for myself. Like, I'll protect myself, And she already has a bandage on her head, Capricorn. And it's not a fashion headband. Somebody made fun of my headband when I went to go play tennis, right? And said that was the 80s. Yeah, it was a Capricorn too, right? She goes, that was really 80s. I go, well, I like it better than the visor, right? So anyway, but this is somebody who wants to protect themselves. And she even has like this kind of shield on her shoulder. Let's get a card here for, this is typically the wounded warrior. But you could be hoping, maybe, I feel like that this person will not be in this, or you think they're in this energy, maybe. And it could be with somebody else, possibly, right? Like, because there's something that's going to end here. In order to hold on, in order to, in order for this person to, like, be in their divine source energy, and just, like, trusting themselves, and to know here with the discovery. It's like once you know here, once you have raised your consciousness, you never go back, right? You can't go back to thinking the way you used to think because you were thinking with a lower consciousness. So now you're like, oh no, I can't go back ever, right? So now we have the Strength card here. And she has courage. I feel like this is probably your person's energy here, where they are in this Nine of Wands, kind of defensive, right? Like, I'll take whoever on because they have courage. And your person's first card for their extended Capricorn is the Loyal Heart. And here are the Wise Owls. So they know they belong together because they're owls, right? And that's what the discovery is about here. I know that Capricorn's the one for me, intuitively. So here they are. This person's coming as a loyal heart. Crossing them is a change in the wind. So here's the zebra, and the zebra always shows contrast, right? Like, this is way different than I'm going to have with Capricorn, something like that, right? And so here we have the little, I don't know what you call that. Is that the gazebo? I guess it is a gazebo. And, and there's somebody in the gazebo, but this is a change in the wind, and the wind is redirecting this arrow about where somebody is going in their life. And this is your person showing up for you, Capricorn. It is. And why it's all happening for them is the family room. This is could be about somebody who's very familiar. This could be about their own family life, and they have the courthouse with it. So if they're not a lawyer, they could be going to court, right? They could be. So we're going to end this reading, and for some, and we're going to go to the extended. They're all super affordable. I have the link in the description box. Thanks so much for joining me here. If you guys want to sign up for a psychic and a tarot reading, you just click on the calendar link. Thanks so much. And yeah, please remember to like, share, and subscribe.